should we fear God or should we love Him? This question might not seem so relevant to all of us, but it's very important. You search in Wikipedia, should we fear God or should we love God? It's a big question when it comes to Christianity, especially Christianity and Judaism, that is basically Bible, Old Testament and New Testament. Judaism says we should fear God. Christianity at large says we should love God, as Christ has put very nicely in his 10 commandments. So love thy Lord with all thy heart, with all thy strength and all thy soul. That's what Moses said, 10 commandments, but Christ focused on this. So Christianity, especially mystic sects, they say, yeah, we should love God, we should not fear God. And then there's a dichotomy. What to do? There's a dilemma. Should fear Him or love Him? So even in Vaishnav sects, in Hinduism, there's a Vaishnav sect. Again, there is a similar kind of division. Madhva Sampradaya, Ramanujja Sampradaya, they say we should fear God. There's a component of love, but largely it is fear. But then Vallabh Sampradaya and Nimbark Sampradaya, to a certain extent, they say we should love God, although there's a component of fear. So then again there's a dilemma. So what's the solution? Gaudiya Sampradaya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he announced, well, we should have both, fear God and love God. In fact, both are inseparable. Where on the path of love, there is always fear. It's fear and love are just like two wings of the bird. If bird has to fly, it needs both the wings, otherwise it cannot fly. So we need fear and we need love. We need to fear God, we need to love God, both of them. Why? Because on the path of love, there has to be fear. What kind of love it is where there is no fear? Because when a devotee loves God, there is a fear of losing that love of God. There is a fear of rejection from God. There is fear of offenses towards God. There is fear of deviating from the instructions of God whom you love. So there is a component of fear. There is always a component of fear. In fact, Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we focus on both, equally on both, fear and love. And that is why Jiva Goswami, one of the great acharyas and saints in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, he said, for practitioners, for advanced souls, fear and love are two wings of the bird. For practitioners, our feet should be on fear and our vision on love. That is the perfect combination of fear and love. Why? Because when we fear, our feet is in fear. When we fear God, we will not go towards sin. But our vision should be on love. The idea is we crave for love of God. We don't have love of God. That's the idea. But we want love of God. How arrogant it will be to say, I love God. That's a very high platform. That is a gift of God, love of God. That is the goal of life. So our vision is on love of God. We crave His love, but at the same time our feet is in fear. We fear we fear doing sins, and we fear deviating from the instructions of God. And that is Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, that is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's insight into should we fear God or should we love God. Thank you. Hare Krishna.